BD. Now I'm gonna actually, let me go grab a snip. Let me just quickly graph this and get the triangle. Here it is. Okay. Okay. 0, 0. Did you say you're sick?
Yeah, I've got that like cold that's going around right now.
Yeah, I had it this summer. Hope you recover soon.
Yeah, me too. I've got a couple tests I already missed from it.
Yeah, it's like worse when you miss school. You got to go make up a bunch of stuff.
I know. It used to be nice skipping school, and now it's just a pain.
Okay, so I've got this snipped in here. Graph the points here. So
Mhm.
altitude BD. Now let me actually connect and make the triangle here first, so you can see what we're doing. So an altitude is from the other point, and that's why you need to know which letter it's from. It's from B, and it goes to this base of the triangle down here, which I've not drawn particularly well. Let me try and give it slightly, still not very good.
Yeah, I can
Um,
get cheeky.
the what's different is it doesn't go through the midpoint now. It just goes through a point, which we have to figure out. But
So
it
it
but it
could be going anywhere.
no, we're gonna figure out that point. But visually, it starts at the other vertice and drops straight down.
So it goes like directly down, or it can go slightly to an
Yes.
angle
So let me
down.
let me let me let me draw a triangle over here on the right to try to formalize this. Okay. Let's assume that this is A, B, and C. A, D is an altitude. This is an altitude. It drops straight down from B.
Okay,
But the perpendicular bisector from AC is this line right here.
and that's because it's splitting that line
Yes.
into two different ones that are equal.
Yes. Now, sometimes the altitude and the perpendicular bisector are the same, but it's very rare. Very, very rare.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
like just by chance kind of thing.
Okay. So in terms of like what are we doing? Let me go back to your sheet to make sure I get all that. There's the altitude. Okay. We need to come up with the equation of this line.
All
So
right.
so to do that, we need that's the whole goal here. That's part B. Part B is the equation of this line.
Part B is the equation of this line. All right.
Okay, so what do we need for an equation of a line? We need either a slope and an intercept or a point and a slope. Well, guess what you have up here? You have a point.
Okay.
Okay, so we just
So
need the slope.
so it's um I guess is it 2 and 0?
No, no, to find the slope, you have to go back to this base and find its slope.
So I'm going from A to B.
You're finding the slope from A to C.
Oh, okay, my bad. So all right, wait. So I'm figuring it out from A to C, but in the problem it says altitude B and D. So
No,
I'm not
no, this is BD, but we need the
okay.
slope of AC to find the slope of this line because they're perpendicular.
Okay. Um
It still
so I
isn't
guess
clear.
8
Yeah,
and -2. So 8 over.
it's rise over run. So down to right 8. So the slope of AC is down 2 over 8.
Which is -1/4. And
Yes.
then am I
When
gonna do the flip strategy on this?
we need the perpendicular. So you flip it and negate it.
So that would make it pos just +4.
Yes.
So why do we negate it?
This is just one of the rules for
Okay,
perpendicular.
so like for doing, so is it for all perpendicular? Or is it just for the altitude ones?
All perpendiculars. We
Okay,
did that a bunch yesterday.
all right.
There's a better answer that I'm giving you, but it's from vector calculus that you don't want to know at the
Yeah,
moment. But
yeah.
it's like a rule that you just follow. It's the shortcut. You flip it opposite, or you flip and negate it, or opposite reciprocal, whichever you like. You get to choose which one you want.
All right.
but you always flip it and then negate it. So the
Okay.
slope of this line is 4. This line right here from B to D, the slope is 4.
All right.
That's what we just found. And we need the point, which is 4 comma 6. So now we can write the equation of this line. We're going to use point slope form. Y minus y1 equals your slope x minus x1. And your point is 4 comma 6, and your slope is 4.
All right.
So you just write those into this. Y
and
minus
then
6,
4 is x and 6 is y, correct?
x1 and y1.
X1 and y1. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just writing it out, right? So it's
Yes.
like y minus 6 equals 4 parentheses x minus 4. And then I don't solve it from there.
You're done. You're done with part B.
And then I move on to
So
the
so
x
part
and the y part.
yes, part C says to find the x-intercept, which is when which variable
Y
is 0?
is 0.
Y is 0. Okay, so why don't you do that for me, just to get involved here early.
All
Put 0 in for y, and I want you to solve for x.
right, I'll do that right now. I think x is 2/5.
Okay, so let's work it out here. 0 minus 6 equals 4 times x minus 4. Did you distribute the 4 in?
Yeah,
So
4x
4x
minus
minus
16.
16.
Yeah,
Add 16 to both sides gives you 10. So x equals 5 halves.
5/2.
Yes. Because
So,
it's 10 divided by 4, but it becomes 5/2.
all right, wait. So, I thought that you put the 10 under the 4.
You divide both sides by 4.
Okay, that's just sorry.
Maybe you're used to the variable being on the left instead of the right. Maybe you're
Yeah,
tired.
maybe that's
Maybe
both. Let's just say
many
both.
things. Yeah.
All right, x equals 5/2. All right, yeah, I'm gonna write that 10/4 equals 4x/4. All right, I'll try and solve the y right now then. Or, I mean, yeah, solve for y.
Yes. So let's do the other one. Let's do the y-intercept, which is when x equals 0.
I think it is y equals -10.
And you've already solved it.
Yeah.
Okay, so y minus 6 equals 4 times 0 minus 4. Y minus 6 equals negative 16. Y equals negative 10. Good.
All right, cool.
And then the next part of the problem, let me snip that in so you can see it, because I think it's good to see. It says determine if the point 2 comma 2 is collinear with the line containing the altitude. So here's the equation of our line. And do you remember what you do here?
I insert, I guess in this case, 2 and 2.
Yes.
So then I would treat 2 as, the first 2 is x,
Or yep, sorry,
of,
that's wrong. Yes.
and then the
X.
other one is y. So then it would be like 2 minus 6 equals 4 parentheses 2 minus 4. Then that would be -4 equals 8 minus 16, and then that would equal negative 4.
How about on the right?
It would be 8 and then minus 4, and then that would just be 4.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. No. It's 4 minus 16, which is, I'm sorry, it's 8 minus 16, which is
Okay, yeah,
negative
that's
8.
what I have. I have minus 4 equals 8 minus 16, which equals negative 4.
Yes. So this is not true. I don't know why I put a check. Probably for the same reason. I'm tired too. So this is not true. So this is not collinear.
Okay, wait, I have a question. So with yours, it says is the final part for the not true, negative 4 equals negative 8. For mine,
Yes.
I just wrote equals negative 4 because I was looking at it as, like, I was like, oh, 8 minus 16 is negative 8. And then if I add 4 to negative 8, then it would be negative 4.
But if you add 4 to both sides, you get 0 equals negative 4.
Okay, so what you have is like still correct,
Yes.
and what I have is incorrect.
Well, you're trying to just show that the left side does not equal the right side.
Oh, right.
Maybe I should
Okay,
write that
I
down.
forgot
Left
about that. I
side.
knew there was a part to this where it's like they have to
Okay.
match, or they're
Yes.
not true, and I was trying to think of how there's like a second, like, chain of numbers. Like, okay, yeah, I think I got that now. Thank you. I
Okay.
just had that like light bulb thing.
So let's restart and do another problem here. We'll just grab number 16. There's a lot of redundancy, a lot of repeat, but that's good. So let me start. I'm actually gonna go, sorry for all the scrolling here. Let me go back and grab the picture. Okay. And so they want altitude CE.
All right, I'm just gonna write all those chords down real quick.
Okay.
0, B, 4, 6, C, 8, negative 2. All right, I'm good to go.
All right. So CE, it has to go from C, and it hits somewhere down here on this AB. It always hits on the opposite one. So this is roughly the altitude, roughly. Okay.
And then I have to figure out the slope from A to C.
You need AB slope. You need the slope of the one across from the vertices. So that C tells you, and that's why you should draw it first, so you know. Maybe in your class they're like line 1 and line 2.
Yeah.
Line 2 is your altitude, but we start with line 1. You need the slope from A to B.
Okay. All right.
So can you tell me the slope from A to B? Can you calculate it? What can you?
It's 6 over 4, 3 over 2.
3 over 2, perfect. And we want the perpendicular slope to that. So
that would be negative 2 over 3.
Negative 2/3, good. And then the point that we use is point C. It's the one that the altitude goes through. So we use the point 8, 2.
8, 2. All right.
Negative 2, sorry, 8, negative 2.
So we're using the point it's coming from.
Yes, because you don't know the point down here. Now we can find that, and actually, I don't know if it wants us to. I didn't look. Nope, it does not. Okay, good.
All right. If it was, let's say it was BE, would it just be coming straight down from B?
Yes, and that's what we did in the previous problem.
All right.
But
And then if it's at AE, it would be going straight across from A.
Well, not necessarily straight across, but it hits at a 90-degree angle.
Okay. And then that means that, like, you won't, so in order to find the slope or rise over run, you don't use A to C or B to C, but you have to use the two that aren't, like, connected to the C.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. And is it like that on the other one too, sort of?
Let's go back and look. I think you'll find that it is. We wanted altitude BD. BD. So we did everything off of AC, the other 2 points.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, so we need to write the equation of the line y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay. Can you finish that off for me? Can you tell me what the equation of the line is?
Yeah, here, I'll just write that down real
Whenever,
quick.
yeah, whenever you.
Equals x minus x. And then I'm treating the 8 as x1 and the -2 is y1, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay, I think it's y plus 2 equals -2 over 3 parentheses x minus 8.
Perfect. Perfect. Yep, that's correct. So that's your part B. And this is sort of part A, I guess, the graph.
Uh-huh.
So now we move to the part C, which is finding the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the line. So this one's worth doing. It's got some fractions. It's a little bit messy, but we can do it here. All right, so here we go. So here's our equation. Do you want to do the x-intercept or the y-intercept first?
Let's just do the x-intercept.
Okay, so the x-intercept means that y is 0. Y equals 0.
0 plus 2 equals -2 over 3 x minus 8.
So I think last time you distributed in, which is fine. We'll do that.
Okay, yeah, wait. So this is my question for this part. So I'm at the part where it's 2 equals -2/3 x minus, or I guess it would be plus since there's 2 negatives, plus.
Yes.
So when it's 2/3 going into 8, so you wrote 16 over 3. So am I just treating it like there's a 1 below the 8?
Exactly.
Multiplying
Yes.
it?
Yes.
All
There's a
right.
1
I don't know
below the
why I can't remember that because I know like I learned this, like in 5th grade, but
Yeah, it's because it doesn't really matter, but like you have to multiply this out correctly, and then this is the step where I would tell you to clear the fraction.
where you multiply everything by 3.
Yes.
So, my question with that, okay, actually, never mind. I actually see that now.
It's probably going to be only the case that the fraction's on the right side, but you got to multiply everything by 3.
Yeah, minus 2x plus 16. Okay, and then minus 10 equals minus 2x, x equals +5.
Great. And you did so well in that you get to do the y-intercept now, which is when x is 0, and you get some more fractions. So let's do that. So we're going to now do the y-intercept, which is when x equals 0.
All right, so y plus 2 equals -2/3.
Go ahead and work it out, and if you have questions along the way, please ask.
All right, will do. All right, I think it's y equals 10 over 3.
Okay, so I'm going to just work here. So y plus 2 equals 16/3. So you can treat 2 is really 6 over 3. It's nice when you can, and when you subtract to the other side, you get 10/3. I think that's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so part D is asking yourself, if the point 2, comma 2 falls on the line.
Yeah. Okay. And you're treating it as x and y, and they're both 2, so it doesn't really matter in this case. So then 2 plus 2, or sorry, I'll just write it out. And
Yeah,
then,
go ahead and work it out. And we want the left side to equal the right side.
all right. All right. It's 3 equals -5, which means it's non-congruent, right?
How did you come up with -5?
Because I got it to 12 equals -4 minus 16, and then 12 equals -20. And then once you reduce that by 4s, it would be 3 and -5.
Okay. So this you can't. Okay, so this is a good point. You're not supposed to like move things around on the left and the right. Like it's an impenetrable wall here. So
Yeah, I kept it all the same on
okay.
that.
See, I'm getting 2 minus 8 is -6, and then you're going to multiply these fractions and get 12.
Oh, okay, wait. I didn't do that the smartest way. I did it instead of just doing 2 minus 8 and then multiplying it, I wrote it as -4/3 minus 16 over 3.
Which is fine. That works.
And then,
-4/3 plus 16 over 3.
but then plus 16 over.
Yes, because you attributed both.
So then if all right, wait, I just want to rewrite it again with that knowledge real quick just to see if I get it right now. 4 equals -4/3 plus 16 over 3, 4. Okay. So it's totally different now. So you get it as 4 equals -12 over 3, which then equals 4 equals -4, 1 equals -1. Therefore, they're not congruent since they're not the same.
Yeah, we're still not okay. We gotta. I'm still trying to figure out how to dissect what you just said and help you here. Do you really? Okay, let me back up here. Let me just start fresh. Start fresh. Okay. All right, let's just look at the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you really want to distribute this in? And if you do, that's fine. Is that what you want to do?
No,
Yes.
because this
Well,
one's
let's do it. That's fine. -4/3 plus 16 over 3. Do you agree with that?
yeah.
Okay, now this is just review, but when you're adding fractions and the denominators are the same, you add the numerators.
Yeah.
What is -4 plus 16?
+12.
What is 12 divided by 3?
4.
Okay. I heard a lot of other things besides
Yeah,
that. And I'm trying to help. I mean, I'm not trying to be
yeah, of
critical.
course. No, of course, yeah. I kept writing it as like I have like what you have right there, 4 equals -4/3 plus 16 over 3.
Okay.
And what I did wrong, instead of making it +12, I don't know why, but I just was like, oh, it's -12. So then I wrote 4 equals -4 because I thought it was -12 over 3. So that was my error there, was just not paying attention to the signs. I think I understand this a lot more compared to yesterday, though.
Yeah, no, you are. There's definitely a lot of growth from yesterday. And we'll just say that, some of the some of the little stuff is just a function of just baby being tired.
Yeah.
Okay, let's transition to maybe a more difficult problem here. And if we do this one well, we'll move back to the other stuff from the other night. So I do need to graph this again. So let me
Sounds good.
give me just a
Perfect timing
moment.
because I can just write it down.
Really, this one really isn't that much different than the one we've already done. I don't even know why they just sort of shifted the points, but
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you can also give me one that's not on there.
they're really all the same. I mean, they're the same type of problem. So we just need to run through another one and keep repetition's key here. Okay, so they want altitude HJ. There's H. J is down here somewhere. So it's wherever this goes and hits.
90 degrees.
Yes. Okay.
So that it could technically go down almost anywhere as long as it hits 90 degrees.
There's actually only one place that it'll hit, believe it or not. Like, and he'll give you an example here. Here's a right triangle.
Mhm.
So the altitude is right there. It can only hit one place. Because any other 90 degree is gonna not go through that point.
All right. So that's something I need to know when I'm graphing it myself.
Yeah, like if you were to graph the following, you would get marked completely wrong.
Yeah. So I have to have the right triangle.
Roughly. I mean,
Or
they're
not,
looking
well,
for
not
the
a right triangle,
vicinity,
but like possible.
vicinity, neighborhood. Just they want to believe that you're sort of in the right place.
All right.
Okay, so we need the slope of this line GI. And I'd like you to calculate that for me, please.
All right. Sorry, I don't know why this one's taking me so long. I just lost my train of thought doing it.
This one's more difficult. It's okay. Just you can, I mean, do you need the formula? What can I do to help you here on this?
Oh, I'm just like looking at the points on the graph, just trying to get the
So you would go down and then right.
yeah, and it's just throwing me off since it's like a -1 and like a 3, and those like both aren't on there. So it's like I'm just trying to.
Yeah, it's
I
going
guess since I
down,
don't have the graph in front of me, so it's going down -2,
right?
and
And
then it's
then,
going
so what I like to
1
do, rather than counting is I
+7.
like to go over to where it is 7, and then I add
Yeah.
this extra little
So
bit.
then it would be +8 to the
Yes.
right, and then that's -1/4, and then
Right.
for the flipped one, that would be just -4.
And you have to negate it.
Right. And one +4.
Yes.
Negated removes.
So I was writing this on the previous one. Some students go opposite reciprocal. So they negate it first or flip, then negate.
Yeah, I think I flip it and then negate it.
Okay. Whatever you would like to do, you got to get this down.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes through point H. There's point H. And so you got to write your equation. Y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1.
All right, y minus y1 x minus x1, and then wait, so I'm using h because it's in the altitude hj.
Yes, well said.
Okay. And then the 3 and the 5, 3 serves as x1, 5x is y1, correct?
Yes.
All right. All right, y minus 5 equals 4 parentheses x minus 3.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to use that equation for parts C and D.
And
So
that's
for
where,
yeah,
oh, sorry, go on.
x-intercept and y-intercept. I want you to do it. Let me know if you have questions. X-intercept, then y-intercept.
Sounds good. Is x equal 7 over 4?
Yes,
Okay.
it's 7 over 4 or 1.75. Yeah,
All right, I'll start working for y.
great.
All right, y equals -7.
Yes. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I guess it's just it's like that example where it's like the first like 10 times I don't get it, and then the next day I get it somehow. It's just how my brain works, I guess.
Repetition. Okay, so part D, this was what we were struggling with a little bit last time. I think because their whole numbers here, no fractions, that's also helping you. So you're trying to
Yeah,
decide if the point 2 comma 2 is on it.
right. And then you're just treating the 2 and the 2 like it's x and y, but since they're both 2, it doesn't really matter.
That's right.
2 minus 5 equals 4. 2 minus 3, 2 minus 5 equals 4 minus 1, 2 minus 5 equals -4, minus 3 equals -4. I think they are non-congruent.
They're not collinear.
Oh, collinear?
Yeah, that's not the congruent. They're not equal, but it's the right wording here is it asks whether they're collinear or not. So -3 equals -4, which is not true. So they're not collinear.
All right. Yep, that's exactly what I got.
Okay, let's go back to stuff we were doing last night. It actually uses the same points, but this time it wants what's called the, so we're kind of transitioning a different, it wants the perpendicular bisector. And let me actually snip that in so you can see it in its full context. Where is it? There it is. Okay. All right, so here it is right at the top here. Perpendicular bisector of AC. So here's AC on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So we want the line that cuts through AC, okay? And it actually has nothing to do with B. This has nothing to do with B.
All right.
And I think that's maybe what's harder is like, well, I must use B. It's the line that goes right through there that cuts A, I'll call this M, AM and MC. Like it cuts.
Oh, okay. Wait, that makes way more sense now. So it's not going down from the middle, but it's making that line on the bottom have two equal sides.
Yes, on the bottom.
Or- Sorry, go on.
Well, I was just gonna say that it does has nothing to do with B now. That's what's like, I think, like you're like, wait, don't I need to use B? No, B is completely out of the picture. You're just actually bisecting A and C, which means you need the midpoint of AC.
Okay, I think that makes a lot more sense now. And it's 4, -1 for the mid.
Yes, the
And then
midpoint is 4 comma -1, and then you need the slope of AC.
midpoint 4 -1. The MAC, that's
And so we already did
uh,
this. It's -1/4.
all right.
Okay, so we want the perpendicular to it because this is the perpendicular bisector.
So is it just 4?
Yes. And then it goes through this point down here that we have. So see
then
how we
y
need a point and a slope
y
and we have it?
equals mx minus x1. And then I'm using 0, 0 as
No, nope, you're using the midpoint.
the midpoint, which is 4, -1.
Yes,
Okay, so I forget all of those 3 letters up there. That's just for the graph.
yes.
All right, x1, y1. All right, y plus 1 equals 4 parentheses x minus 4.
All right, looks good. So
Oh,
let's
he didn't look at the screen.
no, you shouldn't look at the screen. That just do it on your own and just check
Yeah,
your
of
work.
course.
And
I
this
was
is,
just joking. I was just joking.
yeah, this is so for later on. You can see it if you want.
Yeah, of course.
And
And
I'm like,
then
and then so part B, we're going to use that equation.
to make to solve for x, make the y.
Yeah, so why don't you do that? Why don't you find the x-intercept and the y-intercept?
X equals 17 over 4,
Yes.
and then y plus 1. Y equals 17.
Yeah, you got a sign error.
So if I have y plus 1 equals 4, -4, -16, -17.
Yes. Okay. All right.
So then
So then the next part D, sorry, this is part D. We need to, and they gave you a different point this time. They gave you -1, -2. So we're going to put the -1, -2 into that equation. And now you're putting it in for X and Y, not for X1 and Y1. And you're trying to see is the left side the same as the right side.
Non-collinear 1 and 20.
Yes, they're non-collinear. Okay, great. All right, so let's do another one here. Grab. Let's see. I think I already grabbed this one. Yeah. Okay. So let me go get the graph of this one. Okay, so perpendicular bisector of GH. And so here's G and H. Oops, sorry, that moved around. Here's G and H.
All right.
So because it's the perpendicular bisector, not the altitude, we actually don't care about I. I is, we don't need it. We don't care about it.
It's irrelevant.
Yes. So, and I'm gonna sort of rough draw it. So there's some line that cuts it right in the middle. So that these are the same.
All right.
So you need a little bit different stuff this time. You need the midpoint of G and H.
Midpoint of G and H. So
Yes.
that would be I guess like 1 and 1.
Yes. Then you need the slope of G and H.
Point.
And if you get this on a tester quiz, I would graph it. I would make a graph. Like I think they sometimes just give you the paper, but I would ask for graph paper or you know,
blank sheet to do it on.
yes, because then you can really know the difference.
Yeah. So then I'd start from G going to the midpoint.
Going to H. You can go to midpoint, but
So go from G to H. Okay. That's minus 1 and minus 3. Minus 1, minus 3. Moving up 1 to 5. So if 6 over
so this is at 5 and this is
6
at
over
minus
3,
3.
so it's 2.
The slope is 2, but I would guess I would have preferred 8 over 4.
8
somehow
over
done,
4.
which gets you to 2.
And
So
then now
we want the
negative 1 over 2.
negative 1/2. Good. So now you write y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1. So it's y minus 1 equals 2 x minus 1.
And I'm using the point 1 and 1 as x1
As your
and 1.
midpoint, yeah. Whereas in the previous problems, when you're doing altitude, you used I.
Yeah.
And that's the major distinction. It would be very easy for you to miss these, but yeah, hopefully with some enough practice, you won't make that mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have you do part C, which is to figure out the x-intercept and the y-intercept of this.
All right, I forgot it's just that little. All right. Wait, so I have a question. So would
Okay.
it be 2 or would it be negative 1/2?
Sorry, I put the wrong slope in.
No, it's all good. I've done that like 7 times.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make that clear. Just
yeah, no, yeah, thank you, because it does matter. It will affect the answer. So this one's
Yeah.
got some fractions. It's not as nice, but it's the same approach. Put 0 in for y, put 0 in for x. So go ahead and try that and let me know what you come up with.
0. I think x equals 1.
So let's try that one again. I mean, you're close, but close doesn't work in math class.
Yeah. Okay, minus 1 equals minus 1/2 x minus 1/2.
Okay, so when you distribute this in, did you distribute it to both And did you account for the sign?
That's the second time I've done that. Plus 1/2, not minus 1/2. So then that would be, all right, let me redo that real quick. X equals minus x equals +3.
Yes. I'm graphing it. That's how I know the answers. I can't do the calculus, but go ahead and try the y-intercept as well.
All right. I'm not sure if this is correct, but y equals 3/2.
It is correct.
All right. Then that's non-collinear.
How do you know?
Because they're not the same.
But you didn't try the point. Did you already try -1, comma 2?
Oh shoot, wait, my bad.
I mean, it may be that
myself.
they're not collinear, but you got to at least kind of work it out a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man. Kind of forgot about step D there.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, my -1. Oh wait, I'm treating it now as 2 minus 1 equals -1/2. I'm not too sure if this is correct, but y equals -5/2.
No, you have the value for y and for x. You have to put them both in. Like y is 2. Do you see that?
Yeah, so then,
We're trying to decide if the left is equal to the right.
yeah, so the 1 equals -5/2.
Did you distribute in?
Yeah, I did.
That's fine.
Where
So it's 1/2 plus 1/2.
1/2 plus.
They're both negative,
What?
so that
Oh. Okay. Oh, and I also made a mistake where I wrote it as, instead of writing 1/2, I wrote 2/1.
okay.
And then I treated that like I multiplied it to become 4 from that.
Yeah, I mean, if we could start over, I would tell you to just like work this out inside here. So it's -1/2 times -2, which ends up being 1. But I mean, it's not wrong what you're doing. It does work, and sometimes it's better.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. Well, that does take us to the end of our lesson. I really do hope you feel better. And
Yeah, I feel much better after doing this lesson.
well, I meant physically, sick wise, all that too. I mean, I hope you feel
Thank you.
better. I mean, the math's gonna come and go, but thanks for letting me help you. And I hope you can look at this before your test or quiz and get a great grade.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would be completely lost right now.
All right.
But-
Well, you have a great rest of your night. I'll see you next time.
Yep. See ya. Thank you.
Goodbye.